Ziggity Zig back with the Friday Faff, and this is a replay that was sent to me by Bomdagor down here in the bottom right of Belcher Vestige, playing against BCBEES, which is either bees from a very, very long time ago, or maybe it's just before bees. What was an insect from before bees? Prehistoric bees. Or also bees from British Columbia, because bees, BCBEES, maybe some sort of drug reference, I don't know. But this is a PvT or a TVP, depending on how you look at it on Belcher Vestige, and this was a game Bomdagor sent to me with the title of It's a Trap. I thought, okay, what's a trap? I wasn't really all that sure, but we will find out. Actually, I've already cast this game, and the recording didn't quite work, so I already do know what the trap is. And the trap is obviously, it's not that Bomdagor's setting a trap, but it's less of a trap than anything else. But here, BCBEES is just sort of setting up the basics of a wall. And the funny thing there is that of the timing, because obviously down here, Bomdagor is waiting for a gateway, or possibly, probably a gateway, and this would be a really weird-looking FFE. So he's waiting for the gateway expand as opposed to the 9-pylon scout expand, not expand, scout. Scout is what I meant. So in a moment, he's going to be ready for the 13 gate. There it goes. And then he's going to go scout. So scout's after the 13 gate, and what he's going to see is just a regular old start of a wall off. Problem is, down here, BCBEES is being all sneaky. So he's just pulling off kind of I mean, honestly, this is as far from Bomdagor's base as BCBEE's base, so it's about as useful of a proxy as anything. And the only thing he's hiding, were this hiding a starport with a tech lab? Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. But where it's hiding just a barracks, that's not really all that fancy. So anyway, he's also getting a gas. So what do you do with the gas? Is sometimes with gas is what you need to afford things like a Reaper. So if you come up here and you see just one, here's that Marine being built. So Bomdagor does come up here and he does see, all right, one gas, basic wall in, all right. So, I mean, you're in gold and some people are kind of slow. So what I like what Bomdagor does here, he just sort of says, I'm not quite sure what you're doing, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to steal your gas. Booyah. Steals a second gas. BCBEES is getting already one gas over there. I already had a joke in here somewhere from the first time where the fact that BCBEES is down here in the bottom left, which is where BC Canada is, and so therefore you got to hope that this is just Vancouver, and you got to hope that they're not going to have a hockey riot, but if their team doesn't win the Stanley Cup. I'm deciding not to make that joke a second time, but I just want to let you know that it's actually there. So the assimilator that of the stolen gas by Bomdagor, oh, I really like the shading on that. Have they changed sort of the look of the glass dome on the assimilator? I don't know. It's being taken down slowly here by this one Marine. If you look at the unit count, it is pretty much, it's a little bit in BCB's favor, but Bomdagor is winning as so far as the probe count goes, so his income is a little bit better. Now, if you look down here, you're now getting two barracks, and deciding to build a supply depot down here at the same time. Don't quite get that. So, once again, Bomdagor only sees what's happening here, just sees, alright, well, he's finally walling off just there, and then the rest of his units are over there. That's kind of a pain, so I guess I'll just have to sort of deal with this and make as many as I can. So just getting the regular old warp gate, also getting a gateway, and I think, there we go, the Stargate in the back, because, what are you going to make out of the Stargate, Bomdagor? You're going to make a base is under attack. Nope, gonna make a Oracle. Wonderful. So the excellent idea there is, alright, I know exactly what's going on, where he's at, and what's happening, so therefore I will make an Oracle, and Oracle harass up against a Terran, because, again, Bomdagor does not see anything like a missile turret. I mean, in fact, all the Marines have now been pulled, despite the fact that this assimilator is still here. So here comes everything. Bomdagor can still see inside the base, but here comes everything. And look at this. He's quite a bit outnumbered at this point. As far as army count, army supply 14-9. So this was a really awesome maneuver by BCBEES. BCBEES is going to come up here and make a bunker, but right on the edge. Look at that. Right on the edge, and it cannot be seen. He's still trying to attack this. Oh, now we're going to attack this with the SCV as opposed to the Marines. But now, at this point, now Bomdagor sees what's going on. And so these two units get pretty well taken down. However, this Oracle is right here, and the Oracle is just in the right place at the right time. This Oracle being made at exactly the right moment does get taken out, but does manage to get quite a number of kills and holds off this huge 4 racks weird half proxy bunker rush thing. And up comes the SCV, and what's the SCV going to do? Another bunker is going to be placed right on the inside on the top level of Bomdagor's base, only holding things off. What is this? This is 7 Marines running away from a stalker. I don't quite get that, especially not, I mean, if you just hold the Marines up here, and you can sort of move them back and forth, pick off that stalker and slowly come up here, because right now, Bomdagor is down to not quite as many, down to only 18 probes to 16 SCVs from BCB, so BCBs is still being out-incomed. However, it's a small poke. Probably could have been a lot more devastating had he been able to take out that one stalker, so Bomdagor is just managing to stay on top of things. This other Oracle is deciding to go right past these dudes that are sitting down here. Bomdagor is just slowly rebuilding his army up here, just to try to have enough of a strength. Now, the other thing here is that Bomdagor does not know what's going on over here, and this is when he walks over and spots all of this proxy going on, but continues to just send the Oracle straight past up here, and these stalkers are going to defend. These Marines, now having seen that an Oracle was heading for their base, they're now going to run on home. I do not understand what is going on here. If BCBs was just doing a little bit of a push, so here is what this Oracle is doing. It's already at 6 kills. So BCBs is down to only 13 SCVs at this point. 12, 11, only 10 SCVs. So the income is so horrifically damaged by this counterattack by Bomdagor. But Bomdagor is, with a little bit more income, is still able to get quite a bit down of reinforcing army just up here. This Oracle manages to get out of the base before the remainder of the Marines, that's a hard thing to say, can get back there. And now the other problem is that this this assimilator, this hero assimilator, is finally going to fall. Boom, 938. The stolen assimilator finally gets out of there. Now, the Marines down here at the front, they are starting to regroup, and we're on a couple of bunkers right now. But what Bomdagor has done is he's now decided to move out with a number of tanky zealots, holding the fort right at the front, doing an A move here so that these 4 at the back are not actually able to do much. But this number of units versus these units down here. Now, the cool thing here is that this Widow Mine, this is a problem. Moving in the factory and having a proxy factory right outside, just making Widow Mine after Widow Mine. This is an excellent idea. Now, BCBs eventually goes on to make a terrible, heinous mistake. What Bomdagor here does is gets the robotics facility, even though with the Oracle, he does get a little bit of vision going on there, but definitely would like to have an observer out just to make that a little bit easier. Now, the supply is actually exactly the same, but the worker supply is just devastating because this Oracle is putting in some work. If you look at the income down there, there's no income going on right now for BCBs. Here is where the Oracle comes in, and the Oracle does get a vision pull, but the problem there is that BCBs just sort of wandered up with the Widow Mines and didn't bury them. If he buried them just down here at the 2 corners, I want to just take a look back at that, because this one engagement right here, if you look at that, here it comes, you get two of them, and where are they going? They're going straight up, 1, 2, and death. Now, this Oracle, it would have been able to spot those, but if you put them just a little bit down at the bottom and then move the Marines up, these Marines can sit on this ramp and pick these things off, and they'll just get blasted at. I'm not sure what the range of the Widow Mine, but that really would have done quite a bit more damage than the BCBs pretty much gives up at that point, because the push did not work. 1, the proxy was too far away. 2, you should not have come back to try to defend. You should have some sort of defense. If you knew an Oracle was coming, build a missile turret. Do something like that. Or just have a couple of Marines up there. Do not wander them all the way across the map. That's a me thing to do. 3, if you're going to have a clever idea of bringing out the Widow Mines, at least use them properly and bury the damn things. But this has been the Friday Faff Bomdagor versus BCBEES on Belcher Vestige. Leave me a comment down below. Send me an email, ziggityzig@gmail.com. You can follow me on Twitter @ziggityzig. Stay tuned.